Man, I knew I was cursed when I got a small form factor computer. It's like having a mobile home. Nothing normal fits. I know I'm not alone, man. They've made a whole lot of these small form factor machines over the years. I mean, think about it, man. It would be way too much work to curse them all. You'd need a ton of chicken bones and a mountain of magic powder. I don't think it's possible. I'm starting to think maybe it's a conspiracy after all. I know, old folks and their theories. But check this out, man. If you follow the headlines, the people behind this are big, man. Really big. And they're everywhere. Some of the processors they make go into GPUs that cost thousands of dollars. Not in my ballpark, but somebody's having fun somewhere. Me, I just want to see a better image on my screen. And I'd like to work in 4K someday, but my integrated graphics won't do that. Since I have a cursed machine, I need to find a low-profile GPU that also has a minimal power draw. It quickly became apparent that there were only two real choices out there: the GT1030 and the Radeon RX 550. I decided to go with the GT1030. It has a lower power draw and generally a lower price. Always on a budget item. Oh, and besides, you know who's behind it, right? Nvidia makes the processor, but a lot of companies make the GPUs they go into. Like I say, man, these folks are everywhere. I decided to go with Gigabyte. They have a good reputation, and yeah, the box actually did draw me in. Kudos to marketing for that. Put my order in and it showed up on time from Mr. Zahn. So it's time to put it in. Did you know they ship it with a large case plate attached? Why? I don't think anybody would use it, man. Isn't this one of those conspiracy things again? I never installed a discrete GPU before, so I get to learn something new here. First off, where does it go? And the PCIe slot is where it belongs, but which one is that? Well, it could be either black 2.0 or blue 3.0, but it's never white. That's PCI only. Installing the GPU goes much like putting more RAM in. The difference here is it also must line up with an opening on the back of the case. Your ports stick out there so you can plug in your monitor. Find the blank off plate that's in line with the slot you're going to use and pull it out of there. Once that's out of the way, you can install the card. Line it up with the slot in the case, guiding to both as you get closer. Once you think it's in the slot, push the card in. Check it across the top to make sure it's even. After that, put it back together and download the driver. You know, if you haven't already done that. Anticipation is the best, am I right? Once the driver is in, it's time to take a look. Nvidia gives you a neat little control panel with it so you can tweak the settings as you wish. You can work with the display, add another monitor, play with the colors, manage the 3D settings, the image settings, set the physics configuration, set up your audio, multiple monitors and video settings. You can even change the frame rates if you want. It's pretty cool, actually. Did this GPU work for me? Oh yeah. I noticed an immediate improvement in quality. Checking the Geekbench 6 GPU scoreboard, it beats the integrated unit by a fair amount, while still being lower end, of course. I ran a test piece and it showed improvement across the board. And notice the task manager can actually now see the new GPU. I like that. It also had a stunning uptime. If you don't know, that's a run clock. Shows you the amount of time the device has been on. Industrial machinery of all types have run clocks. The biggest benefit so far? It doesn't lag when I preview videos in the editor anymore. I can watch them straight without any proxies. Better still, when I get around to getting a 4K monitor, I'll be able to see the big picture. Well, that's about it. Remember, if I can do this, you can too. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.